hands on your blocks and tucking your toes underneath. Begin to open to breathe your breath deeper into the sides of your rib cage. Finding length, so kind of expanding from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Hugging that energy to the midline. Spinning your inner thighs back and wide, and then begin to gaze upwards. A little cow pose. If you're pregnant, then make this a gentle cow pose, so more of a lengthening and a softening of your heart. If you are postpartum or not pregnant, then you can create a little deeper arch in your cow. And then pressing the blocks, bowing in, expanding your breath to the back of your rib cage. And then moving back and forth between these two shapes, pairing breath with mindful movement. This combination helps facilitate more of a meditative state. And either staying here, if you'd like to lower down to your forearms, a lovely position for optimal fetal positioning. And begin to maybe even incorporate some more of those feminine, intuitive movements, just rounding, maybe making some circles in one direction, some little spirals or figure eights, just exploring, giving your body an opportunity to move in the way that feels supportive and resourcing. Swaying a little side to side. Draw your baby in towards the back of your body to provide a nice support for your abdominal muscles and your low back. And then coming back up to all fours. If you have enough space, so depending on how big your belly is at this point, um, just go with it. So we're going to take this right leg and kind of cross it over your left. So it looks like this. So you're just making a figure four shape, but you're on all fours. And just kind of create a little sway side to side. So we did this pose just now, but we were sitting on our bottom. This is a different plane that we can kind of move our hips in and get a little stretch on the outer edge of that hip. And if it feels good to pause anywhere, pause there. You can also, if you have the space, if you're newly pregnant or postpartum and you want to come down and kind of explore in this way, there's lots of options here. Just obviously making space for your baby is step one. And make it be a little dance. So these flowing, organic, dancey type shapes are also super helpful and supportive in labor. And then when you're ready, finding stillness. If you're down low, pressing up, and then bring that right leg in front of you. Or the foot that was crossed over, bring it out to the side in a lunge. Have your hands to the inside, up on blocks, any height. And then send your weight forward so you get a little stretch in your back hip flexor. Really anchor your front heel and your back knee towards the center, creating those boundaries. And then flow your hips back, getting a hamstring stretch on this on this right side. And for this pose, you can always walk your foot out a little bit more if you'd like, if that feels better. Just really tune in to your body. If it doesn't feel good, obviously you can stop at any point in time. Just take what you need, what feels supportive in your body. And if you'd like to move forward and backward through these two shapes, just inviting a little flow, a little dance, a little mobility for your joints. Staying connected to your breath. And the next time you come forward, just gently draw that leg back into the center. And we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So if you want to do a little cat cow or a little side to side in the middle. And then take your left foot and cross your ankle over your right knee in this figure 4 shape. And kind of do your little explorations here. And again, you can come down if you feel like you have the space for that. I like to make little crescent moon shapes with my tailbone. Just noticing if this hip feels tighter or more flexible. And use your breath to breathe into the mobility, inviting a sense of flow and spaciousness in your hip. And then coming back through the center. If you're down, pressing yourself up. And then slowly make your way to a lunge on the opposite side. Take as much time as you need, as much height as you need, really honoring your blocks for the support they offer you. And send your hips forward. You can keep your back toe tucked for more stability, or you can untuck it if you like that sensation in your foot. Breathing in spaciousness, breathing in length from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Drawing your energy towards the midline. And then send your hips back, spread your inner thighs back and wide. Some of this watery energy. Hands to the inside of your extended leg. And then forward and backward, if that supports you. If you did it on the other side. Drawing your baby in close to the back of your spine. And then pressing down from your hips, through your knees and your feet. Like calling in some of that fire energy. And then as you move through all these elements, maybe pause in the position that feels like that full stretch, that full air, expression, expansion, possibility, maybe even excitement. And then bring that foot back. Sitting back on your heels. You can either have, if you'd like to have a block underneath you, you can do that, or sitting on your heels. You can even tuck your toes under to get a little toe stretch, which is something we kind of started off with, talking about our feet and really honoring them. And one of the ways we can honor them is to stretch them. And just take a few breaths here, just hugging to the center. Exhale, releasing your energy into the earth.